When it comes to self-love, most people find it difficult to actually do, to truly love themselves. I mean, how do you even start, right? Say nice things to yourself in the mirror? Sometimes that doesn't work, or at least not straight away, because people don't believe the words that they're saying, so their mind rejects it. And I think we can all relate to that in some ways. But what if I told you there was an even simpler way of loving yourself that involves no words at all? I'm interested. This method comes from Mel Robbins. If you haven't heard of her, what are you doing? Go listen to her podcast, she is amazing. All you need to do every morning after you brush your teeth is look at yourself in the mirror, raise your hand and give yourself a high five. It sounds ridiculous, right? It sounds a little bit goofy, a little bit wacky. Have I lost my marbles? Surprisingly, no. Not yet. You see, here's the thing. Every time you give someone a high five, it's an act of celebration, of encouragement or empowerment. You're celebrating someone's achievements or you're encouraging them with something. And it's a universal gesture that we have all grown up with. You passed your driving test, high five. You got the job that you wanted, high five. There's a positive association that naturally comes with a high five. I mean, you don't high five someone and go, you're an ugly piece of shit. You say things like, you got this, you can do this, I believe in you. Giving someone a high five helps that person to feel seen. So when you give yourself a high five in the mirror, you're essentially saying, I see you, I acknowledge you, I'm rooting for you. And that feeds into self-compassion, self-acceptance, and self-love, all without saying a single word. And it's true what they say, actions speak louder than words. And something really interesting happens in the brain when you raise your hand and give someone a high five. You get a little drip of dopamine. And dopamine is a neurotransmitter, a chemical in the brain that is associated with motivation. It's the molecule of more. And there was an interesting study done between NBA teams in which they monitored the teams to see if they had any habits that would help them perform better. And what they found was the team with the most high fives, back taps, fist bumps were the team that performed the highest. And the NBA team that had the lowest amount of physical signs of encouragement, like a high five, performed worse. What? Why? Because you're building trust with whoever you high five, right? You're encouraging them even if mistakes were made. And I just think what a great way to incorporate that into your morning routine. Looking at yourself in the mirror and giving yourself a high five. And I do think the hardest part of this whole thing is looking at yourself in the mirror. And so many people find it difficult to actually look at themselves in the mirror because they don't like who they see and who they have become. I know I can relate to that. But not being able to fully look at yourself in the mirror illustrates rejection and criticism. The high five challenge, which Mel Robbins created, is really as simple as this. Every morning after you brush your teeth, and the reason why we do it after we brush our teeth is because that is what is called habit stacking. You are stacking a new habit with a habit you already have, and everyone, I hope, brushes their teeth every single morning. And also that's kind of like the best time to do it because usually there's always a mirror somewhere in the bathroom. But whatever works with you, stack it with a habit that you already have. So every morning after you brush your teeth, look at yourself in the mirror and truly look, not stare right through the person looking back at you, truly look at yourself. And then when you're ready, raise your hand and high five your reflection. And you don't need to slap the mirror, but just like a gentle tap will do. This is a 5-day challenge, so do it every single day for 5 days and see how it goes. You got nothing to lose with trying this challenge. Like, it's pretty simple. And recently I was in a pretty bad place mentally. Like, I was not okay for a good couple of weeks. And so I wanted to give it a go to see if it would actually work on someone feeling really low and shit about themselves. So let's get into it. It is currently Sunday evening and I've been feeling great for the last couple of weeks. Does anyone else get it when their entire brain just goes numb and you're just like walking around like a complete zombie? There's no one home kind of thing. And so I was trying to think of ways to get me out of this. For the longest time, I've always wanted to try out the Mel Robbins high five habit. And I don't know why I haven't, but I feel like now is probably a really good time to try it because I've been feeling so shit, to see if it actually does work. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, I'm not going to exaggerate it, I'm literally just going to report back on what it's like. And you're meant to do it for 5 days, so today is Sunday. I will start tomorrow morning and hopefully by the end of the week I'll be feeling a little bit mentally better. Do you want to hear about my problems? Probably not, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I get really frustrated with myself because a month ago when I decided to start up this new business, this new UGC business, I was so excited, I was so motivated. You probably saw it in a previous video when I was talking about all my businesses. You could see the smile on my face, you could see it beaming out of me, all of that energy, all of that excitement that was there. And fast forward to the last couple of weeks where a big company has asked me to do a couple of skits for them, which is amazing. But now that excitement is not there anymore. It's gone. It's just completely flatlined. yet again, this happens every time I start up something new. That excitement is right there in the beginning and I'm like, no, this is what I want to do. This is the one. I'm gonna nail this one. And then it's just like my brain switches off. It's like, no, I'm not interested anymore. And it just makes me feel like, what's the point? What is the point in me trying anything? Because I know this business fits me like a glove. And it just really upsets me that this happens every single time. I really hate it about myself. Really fucking hate it. And like, well, what's the point of me trying if I'm gonna always be in this cycle of like, oh my god, can't wait to do this new business, for it to completely flatline a month later? What is wrong with me? I really should be over the moon because a well-known company has asked me to make skits for them, and skits are like my favorite thing to make. Like right up my alley. Like I'm good at it. I can do it. I can do the acting. I can do the editing. So I should be like freaking lapping this up, and instead it's like there's no emotion there. Basically, to sum up then, I don't like how I look at the moment. Frustrated with myself, low confidence, low self-esteem, comparison to other people. I'm struggling in relationships with people. I'm struggling to go outside. I'm struggling to make content. Long story short, I'm going to be trying the high five habit this week, and you are coming along on the journey. Today is Monday morning. I feel very flat. I feel very empty. I feel like I'm on the verge of tears. So now is a good time to start. I also am feeling very low. I can't look at myself in the viewfinder. You know, when you look at yourself and you don't like how you look and the way you look and you think that everything's wrong. Basically, in a nutshell, I don't like everything about me today, and I am trying to avoid my reflection, but I just realized that this whole high five habit thing is looking in the mirror, so didn't think that one through. But anyway, it's Monday morning and I wanted to try out this high five habit, and I remembered that Mel Robbins has a website for the high five habit, which you can sign up to daily emails where she will send you a reminder every day to do your high five. So I've just found that website and signed up. I will leave a link below if you also want to sign up to this challenge. It's completely free, and she's just sent me an email through. Hey Kate, this challenge will change things for you. I know you want to feel more positivity, confidence and energy in your life. Yes, yes please. I know you're excited to begin. I mean, I wouldn't say excited. Currently, I have no emotion. I just feel numb and empty. Every day of this 5-day challenge, you'll complete these 4 simple steps. 1. Open the email from me. In the daily email, I'll include a link to the challenge so you can jump right in and watch the training. With my ADHD, I'd want a daily reminder, so I'm giving you one. That's so funny because I completely forgot this morning and I knew I would forget. And so last night, I went onto the High Five Habit website and I left it open. So this morning, when I was going through my apps, I would see it and I will be reminded. Daily email is going to be very useful, I feel. Number 1, open the email. 2, watch the video for the day. The videos are 10 to 20 minutes. Okay, so I could like watch that on my lunch break or something. Number 3, complete the journaling prompt. The daily journal prompts take the teaching deeper. Number 4, high five yourself. This is the heart of the challenge, and once you start doing it every day, you won't want to stop. And Kate, if no one has told you today that they love you, please let me be the one to say I love you and I believe in you. Okay, thank you, Mel. I guess you can do the high five challenge at any point in the day, but I know I need to stack it with something, otherwise I will forget to do it. So what I'm gonna do is every day when I brush my teeth in the morning, I'm gonna look at myself in my bathroom mirror and high five myself. I guess we'll go and try that right now. I feel like I'm procrastinating because I don't want to look at myself. This is just going to be very raw and real and probably slightly vulnerable for me to put on the internet, but hey, if this helps me, then maybe it might help someone else.
Getting you into taking some simple actions that are going to build momentum.
Just watched day 1 and what she says about, I think that like 50% of people look at themselves in the mirror but don't actually look at themselves, and I completely relate to that. And she also said that most of the times when we do look at ourselves in the mirror, we're looking at the things that we don't like, which is so true. You know, I'm looking at my face and I'm like, I've got circles under my eyes, my skin isn't even, my hair looks terrible today, I've got a spot on my chin, I've got this and that, and there's nothing where I look at myself and go, oh yeah, I like that. She said, if you want to look away and you feel resistance, then that means it's working. people experience this, but when I look in the mirror sometimes I can't compute that that's me. Like, it feels like it's someone else. I think what surprised me the most is like me literally high-fiving myself back because of the mirror. It looks like someone there is giving you a high five. Don't know why that didn't seem more obvious to me, but it didn't compute until I did it. I didn't expect to get that emotional over a high five. It almost feels like we're on the same team. I think the key really is to look and recognize that that is me. It has also made me realize that I really need to clean my mirror. Oh, that's better. I can see myself now. Maybe that should be step one, Mel. Clean your mirror. I don't want to say it, but I feel like something has switched in my brain. I can look at myself now, and I don't want to say that just because it's like day one and that's what's supposed to happen, but something has switched already. How that makes sense, I don't know. I'm gonna answer the journal prompts. Today I feel positive about these things. I mean, I don't feel positive about anything today, but what could I feel positive about? If I were to give myself credit for something, I would celebrate this. Resilience and the ability to get back up again after failing. So when you sign up, you can sign up to a community thing. You don't have to, you can skip that part if you want, but it's actually quite nice because other people post on there and you can cheer them on or like their posts or comment on their posts. You're kind of like cheering on strangers all over the world who have the same mindset as you, which would otherwise be really difficult to find. I really like that. So grateful that I found this challenge and community. I've been very anxious and hard on myself, carrying every single bad decision I've made on my shoulders, beating myself up relentlessly, thinking that there must be something fundamentally wrong with me. Wow, I relate to that so hard. I'm going to like that. So it's basically a community of like-minded people doing the same challenge, and you can cheer them on. There's no hate comments, there's no negativity. Lately I've been really struggling with dealing with a lot of hate comments and a lot of trolls on social media, and so this kind of feels just like a little safe space where you can post and people are going to cheer you on and people are going to root for you, and I really love that. And that's day one, and now I really need to get on with my day because I'm going to beat myself up because of the time. Yeah, I felt better for a little bit, and now it's just like I'm beating myself up because it feels like I've wasted the morning. It gives me so much anxiety when people ask me, oh, so what have you done today? And I really hate that question because it always makes me feel really shit about myself, and it gives me more anxiety, and then I beat myself up even more. I really thought things had switched for a moment. It switched back because I started beating myself up, because I started being like, well, what do you expect? It's you. It's me having a mental breakdown. That's cool. Maybe day two will be better. This is day 2 of the high five habit. I thought I'd put on my little Hey Pumpkin You Are Enough sweatshirt today because I need that reminder. I don't think I'm feeling as bad as I did yesterday, but I'm still not great. Kind of still feel a bit flat. So let's go habit stack, brush our teeth, then do the high five habit. Honestly, it feels like there was someone there giving me a high five. It sounds crazy because I know it's me, but it feels like we are on the same team. Like I've got my back. It's like, how does that work? I don't know. I feel like sometimes I need to do it a few times to recognize almost. I don't know what it is. There's something in my brain that's just switched off, and it's like, it's not you. That just looks like some random person, but that's actually me. I don't know why I've disconnected so much so that I don't see myself as myself. Probably not a good thing, but high-fiving myself a few times to like really kind of get myself in that. That's me. We are on the same team. It felt a little flutter then. A little flutter. Less tears and a little bit of a flutter. Now let's go do the journal prompt for today. Day 2 is about self-doubt. I wasn't sure if I was going to do the journaling, but I'm quite glad that I am doing it now because it really does make you think, how can I spin this self-doubt around? I will watch the video a little bit later on. How am I feeling? Again, I was doing so well until I looked at the time, and then I'm all of that negativity just kind of comes back and it's like, what are you doing? Literally done nothing this morning. And then I go into, oh god, I hate myself. I hate that I'm like this. I fucking hate it. And now we've just kind of unraveled everything we've just done. So that's fun. Yeah, I need to go and do stuff now before I have another meltdown like I did yesterday. This is day 3 of the high five habit. I am feeling much more energetic this morning, I would say. Got a little smile on my face today. I feel like I'm dissociating every time I high five myself. Why? I don't know. But I'm wondering if it's maybe because it's quite a small mirror, so it chops off like my neck. So all I can see is just like half this little hand kind of coming in. So I'm gonna try it on my bigger mirror. Hi. And see if that makes a difference. Maybe it's just me. Hi, and the problem is me. Oh, yeah. Felt that one. I think my mirror is too small in my bathroom. I need a bit of a bigger mirror. Yeah. No, that works so much better. What the hell? Change of plans. Use a bigger mirror. I think it's like seeing more of my body and seeing more of myself mirror my actions. So if you have like a mirror that you can see more than your neck, then I'd highly recommend using that mirror rather than a small mirror. I'm actually excited to try it in the big mirror tomorrow for day 4. I totally forgot the window cleaner was coming, and now I'm hiding in this room. Social anxiety. I was already kind of feeling a little bit better this morning. I'd say the journal prompts aren't necessary to do, so if you don't have time in the morning, then you don't need to do them. I totally recommend doing the high five. I mean, it takes 0.5 seconds technically to do, but I kind of like to look at myself in the mirror a little bit just to be like, that's you, and then high five myself. So overall, maybe it takes 10 seconds to do in the morning, and that's so easy to implement into your morning routine, because at some point in the morning, most of us do look in a mirror. I'd say I had resistance on the first day, but now the second day was more like I'm kind of dissociating here. Like I don't see that person as me. Don't know why my brain does that, but hey, it'll be really interesting to see how tomorrow is. I'm kind of looking forward to doing it in the big mirror again. I wish I'd started with that. We learn as we go along. When she said this at the beginning, she said that on day 3 or 4, you might feel excited to give yourself a high five in the mirror. And I was like, yeah, that's not gonna be me. Sus. And now I'm literally eating my own words, because on day 3, I'm like, do you know what? I'm kind of excited to give myself a high five tomorrow in the big mirror. Maybe I need a new mirror in my bathroom. Maybe this is what I'm learning from this experience as well. I'm learning a lot from this high five habit, more than I thought I would. Day 4, here I come. I don't know what that was. It is day 4 of the high five habit, and I'm excited to do it in the big mirror today. Yes! Yes! Sorry, mirror. When I tell you a bigger mirror is so much better, I really mean it. Routine. Me and you. Routine. Day 4. I am feeling so much better today. I'm feeling energized. It is day 5 of the high five habit. Hobbit. Whoa. Already a great start. It's day 5 of the high five habit. I'm gonna be real honest with you right now. I did not do the journal prompts or watch the video yesterday because I had a crazy day yesterday. So day 5 of the high five habit. I have a lot to catch up on, but that's okay. So I'm gonna do my high five now, and then I got double videos and double journal prompts to do today. This is a great angle. I'm also wearing this shirt, by the way. I feel like some people would really appreciate it, from my Etsy shop. Would you look at that? My last flying fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling now. Does this look stupid? Yes. I'm feeling excited right now, so I like to take a moment to look, to appreciate myself rather than dissociating. I'm proud of you. I can tell you now, that smile was not there at the beginning of this week, and the fact that I'm able to look at myself compared to the beginning of this week is like, new woman, who dis? Teamwork. What? I get the feeling. Oh, what a feeling. Me and you. Oh my god, it actually feels like I'm talking to me. Rather than at the beginning of this week, I was like, I don't know who you are. Does that make any sense? Me and you, we got this. I'm proud of you. I'm not gonna cry because I just put makeup on. This was like a really big transformation. I truly believed at the beginning of this week there was no way in hell a little high five in the mirror was going to help me feel better from where I was at the beginning of the week, feeling extremely low and couldn't even look at myself without hating myself, feeling a lot of shame, a lot of doubt, a lot of fear, to now bounced back. And it's all because of the high five. How can a high-fiving myself change so much? Like, I am a completely different person to the person I was at the beginning of this week. I don't know if you can tell. High five to Mel Robbins for making this thing up. I need to go catch up on day 4 and 5 of the journal prompts and the videos.
Hey, welcome to day 4. Pretty damn awesome. And she said, and now that I've really change actually happens from the inside out.
So I'm just doing the journal prompts for day 4. Day 4 is all about confidence. Now, it's kind of made me realize that if I was a confident person, that would change so much of my life. I'd be able to go outside without feeling anxious. I'd be able to go places, and I feel like confident people just attract the right kind of people to them. Back in September, I went to surprise my boyfriend by turning up at his house, and I thought he didn't have any plans, but he had plans. He was going to a brewery. Went to the brewery and I was just so confident, and I keep trying to analyze it, like, where did that come from? How did I get that? How can I replicate that for like majority of my life, rather than that being like the 1-2% of my life? Because I went to this brewery and there was this group of people there, and it might have been the people I'd never met before, no idea who they were, but they were playing this game of like throwing a coin into a hole. It was a simple game. At this point, I hadn't even started drinking, or maybe I'd had one drink. I just went over, or maybe they asked, oh, do you want to have a go? And I was like, oh, well, what's going on? And then I just got into this game with this group of people who I had never met before, and I was just so confident. Like, I was overconfident, and I was like, step aside, guys, the pro is here. Obviously, my aim is absolutely terrible, and I am not going to get that coin in the hole. Like, my aim is terrible. I was so confident to the point where, and I had had a couple of drinks by this point, they gave me the coin, and they're like, do it backwards, do it. And I turned around, and I threw this coin backwards again. I was like, watch this. Watch the pro throw this coin behind me. Obviously it missed and we lost a couple of them, but I was just like brimming with confidence. And I think I was just like around the right people because they were so inclusive. And I think that kind of makes a difference when you're around those types of people who make you feel included. It's almost like I just like slotted right in with this group of people who I'd never met before. And it was like so insane to me that I could do that because I have social anxiety a lot of the time. And so my confidence is like, usually, where are you kind of thing. And I keep just going back and like trying to analyze, like, what did I do? I think it was a domino effect. Because that morning I had my annual review. Annual review is like an MOT for your CF checkup. CF is cystic fibrosis, that's my chronic condition that I have. So I don't know whether it was that. I did half a day of talking to nurses and talking to everyone going in and out. And then I got the train by myself down to my boyfriend's, and then I had to walk from the train station to his house. And there was just, I don't know, there was a lot of independence involved. I guess that's what it comes down to. Independence equals confidence. That actually would make so much sense. One of my core values is independence, and I love to be independent. Something just clicked that day. This whole journal prompt prompted a whole other video topic. How much would being confident actually change my life? And I think it would change it a massive amount. I'd be able to go out by myself. I'd be able to go to new places by myself. I wouldn't be so anxious. I'd be able to talk to new people. I'd be able to maybe even make some friends. What? I didn't know about the videos and the journal prompts until I signed up to that thing. I was just going to be high-fiving myself and then off I go on my merry way. But I'm really glad that I did sign up for this email subscription thing because it's given so much more depth to this week. It's helped me like really think and pinpoint some areas in my life that I need to work on. So it's a little bit later on now and I've just finished watching the 5th video, and oh my god, she's just like, she knows her stuff, okay? She knows her stuff. At the end of it, she sends you across a journaling template that you can print out, or I guess maybe even do digitally. I'd really recommend trying this out if you are feeling low, if you are feeling stuck right now, if you are really struggling, please try it. At the beginning of this week, I was just dead inside. I was literally not okay up here, and now I feel so much better, so much lighter, and I'm just so glad that I did this. I will leave a link to her little sign up website thing below, and I really highly recommend you testing it out. I'm shocked it actually worked. She delivered on her promise. It really is as easy as just high-fiving yourself in the mirror. I think the hardest part is like looking at yourself and really looking and accepting the person you see in the mirror and then high-fiving them. I think that was the hardest bit. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a bit of a long one, but I really hope you got something from this and it's inspired you to try the high-five habit. And if you like this video, then you're probably gonna like the elastic band series that I am creating on YouTube. And of course, I'll see you in the next one.